Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling, and you know what's funny? It's been probably 2 months since I've done the last race on this channel because of everything that went on these past 2 months here for just getting, debating what I want to do and getting everything together for this channel again. And even better, it has been 2 years since this style of racing for a series I did back 2 years ago on my old channel has had a race run. This series closed off in July of 2021. And, here in August 2023, I figured why not go ahead and finish off this 7th season of this series here before I get into its 8th season. And I guess when you see the series that run here, you'll get the idea of what this series is supposed to be for all type of racing and everything. Is more similar to NASCAR a little bit. But anyway, let's get to your stories here for today's race. So the last time we ran races for these series here, which was back in the BMR era. This is the Shane's Cup series, by the way, here at Talladega, by the way, I forgot to mention that as well. So Jake Hoover, he won the last plate race in this field, which was at Forsyth Superspeedway. That race was just over 2.5 years ago, back around February when Michael McDowell won Daytona 500. Even funnier, did Michael McDowell win a cup race yesterday, I believe, as well? And then here's Elizabeth Butel in 12 car. She won the last race in this series at Milwaukee, which was believed to be the last race of the series ever. But, of course, we're back here today at Talladega, so that definitely was a lie 2 years ago. So then you got Caleb Campbell, your points leader. He won the race at Daytona to start off the season as well, with the most wins on the season with 6. And Madison Yates, she has 2 wins on the season, sitting top 4 in the standings right now in this series. Then finally, Grant Hoover has the pole here for today's race. This will be Grant's last season racing in the series here. I'll get into a lot more future analysis for this series later on. But anyway, let's go get the field rolling off here. So let's see your starting grid here today at Talladega. So row 1 is going to be Andrew Crockett, well, Grant Hoover and Andrew Crockett. Grant on pole will start on the outside lane. Andrew Crockett, she has 2 wins in this series here and does come into the series as the defending champion here on the series. Row 2 is Caleb Campbell and Madison Yates. And row 3 is Eli Johnson and Elizabeth Butel. Row 4 is going to be Brett Campbell and Jake Hoover. Row 5 is going to be Duncan Butel and the Gen 4 champion from season number 3 for that series, Junior Ramos. Then you got Bob Smith, the Rookie of the Year leader, and Carter Lemlin. Row 7 is William Donas and Richard Herman. And row 8 is Vaughn Cazares and Kella Hoover. So today's race here is going to be 8 laps here at Talladega. So this race is actually replacing the original Orlando race I ran because of the driver that won it and the way they won it. And there really was no way to give anyone else a win because of the way they won it. Basically caused Carmageddon in turn 3 and 1 car in the fence. And every driver that's counted in this field basically did not finish that race back then. So I figured why not redo this race here to get everything started off. And we'll go to play racing again here pretty soon. But anyway, let's see who's going to win it here today at Talladega Superspeedway. So coming to the green flag here for the first time in 2 years for this series, Andrew Crockett leads them off here today. And Grant Hoover leads them off here today. Actually, sorry, I forgot that Grant started on the outside here. As you see, a lot of Chevys on the bottom lane here as we're coming to lap 2 already here. Hoover leading them off here. Andrew, Caleb, and Eli and Brett, the top 5 right now. Of course, the bottom lane is going to stack up here and push themselves forward here. But Andrew, she'll get a running lap 3. Andrew Crockett going for the race leader on lap number 3. 0-6 has a big push. Don't tell too much of a push. And caution is out as the big one happens in turns 1 and 2. A little early in the race here, Duncan Butel made a little bit of error here, pushing the 6 car of Bob Smith a little too much. I mean forgetting that's Bob Smith a lot in his race here, by the way, for the end of the season. Grant Hoover got turned as well, and it looks like Duncan, William Donas, Vaughn Cazares, and Kelly Hoover all got caught up in the wreck here to basically have the big one happen here, turns 1, 2, and of course with this new tablet stuff, I can't really show the replay again. But yeah, anyway, after this wreck here, all the drivers are out of the race. Fortunately, I'll restart here on lap number 4 here. And Andrew will be in the race lead now. Andrew Crockett, first race back for her in a long time on this channel. Actually since this series last ran here, as she leads back to green with Eli pushing her, and as she is looking for a 3rd win on the season. She's won 2 road courses on the season. Caleb Campbell, 6 wins season. He gets out to the lead here. All 4 of these former friends, all 1, 2, 3, 4 right now, as Caleb will lead here. The nostalgia trip up front right now. And Caleb gets forced out of line there. And as everyone get loose there, sorry, I was not reacting great to that move right there. But Brett Campbell to the lead now. It's Madison Yates behind him. And it looks like Eli Johnson there. Eli Johnson looking for his first career win. He's been up here all day. And Jake Hoover up here now, the second driver in the points here, as Brett and Eli side by side. But Eli will get more of a push here, 3 and 4. And Eli Johnson will move to the race lead here as Jake Hoover, Caleb Campbell, top 2 in the points right behind him. And Bryce Campbell trying to find a way up there. So is Andre Crockett. Once again, Ramos, the 8's up here as well. As see they all block each other. Oh, and too much of a block there. Bryce Campbell gets turned with 2 laps to go. And caution is out once again. So Bryce Campbell, Jake Hoover, Junior Robinson, it looks like Richard Herman all get taken out here in a late race wreck here as they all, just got together there near the end of this one. Another 4-car pile up here to getting near the end of this race here. And, we'll come back to the green here with just 1 lap to go now. And Eli Johnson looking for his first career win. Cale Campbell looking for a series-leading 7th win. Massey is looking for her 3rd win on the season. Andre Crockett looking for her 3rd win on the season as well. Still Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Herman looking for his first win. 1 lap to go here. Eli Johnson leads off here to the last lap. And Massey is behind him, but Caleb and Andre work together on the tie side here. And Caleb will work with the 3-car through turn 3 for off time. Eli Johnson, it's like he will finally get it done here, as he will finally get his first career win as there's Rick in the back, but Eli Johnson will get his first career win at Talladega. So Eli Johnson gets his first career win here in the series here, first ever win, and he ran into seasons 1, 2, and last season 6 here, but was never really able to have a good enough car go for the win. He was close like 1 time maybe, but Eli Johnson... All right, so as Eli wins, he did lead in most laps here today as well. And Cale Campbell does get second here today's race. Andre Crockett third, Elizabeth Boutel fourth. Sorry, I keep having little stutters this race here. This is my first time doing a race in about 2 months, so that's probably why there's a lot of stuttering in this video. Sorry. Richard Herman and Massey 8th round field, so Richard and Massey did a wreck at the end as well. Everybody else in the field. So like I said, first race back with all these drivers here. We'll see these drivers for 5 more races. We'll also have 4 more Gen 4 races for the Bachelor Gen 4 series, season number 4. That is actually going to be a secondary series this here. So, like I mentioned, the NASCAR style stuff there's the top series, which is this series, the Chains Cup series, and the Bass Pro Gen 4 series, which will finish this series will finish out their seasons before I get to season 8. And of course, there will be a lot more down the road to announce for all that stuff. I already have a lot of it kind of put together, but I'm going to wait a little bit to announce everything as well. But anyway, let's see your points now as we're going to the final 5 races of this series season. All right, so here we go. So this will also be the Gen 4 standings. We'll go to Forsyth. Yes, there are Cup Series part-timers. I might do something different in the standalone and the finale for part-time slots here. But yeah, so here's actually the Cup Series here. So Cale Campbell did have a commanding points lead after Milwaukee here, so that's why I didn't talk much about the points going into the race here. And Cale could keep that points lead going. He could lock up the title here about a race or 2 early here on season as well. Grant Hoover third in the points here. Massey Ace, Andre Crockett, your top 5. Elizabeth Boutel, Carter Lemon, Vaughn Casters, Duncan Patel, Junior Ramos, your top 10. Bryce Campbell right there as well in the top 10. He was actually 10th in the points, but yeah, Ramos caught him here after the wreck here in today's race. Then Kelly Hoover, Eli Johnson, Richard Herman, Boss Smith, and Williams Ryan, Phil Smith, Donuts, the Rookie of the Year rookies. Smith does have a good lead in the Rookie of the Year standings. He could end up winning the Rookie of the Year in the series here. This season really didn't have a great rookie battle compared to what I had in the last season or last few seasons. But anyway, it's all right. We'll see how it goes there near the end of this season as we go down the line here. But yeah, that'll do it for most things here in the series here. So like I say, Forsyth coming up here, and I'll go get the ending part of the video real quick. For today's race here. Sorry, this race did go by a little fast here. This is my first race back in 2 months. Like I said, I'll probably get more used to as we get into the end of the season here. And like I said, a lot more Season 8 stuff to announce. I might do the schedule in the next few days here. We've already had that together. Plus, I got to do a lot of the roster stuff and probably talk about future things as well with this series here as things do go on and throughout time. Because I know people will probably be saying where sign-up's going to be and stuff. And don't worry, I have announcements for everything soon. But anyway, thanks for watching. Congratulations on Johnson on the race win. Definitely a well-deserved first career win for him. As Cale Campbell signing out, and I'll see y'all next time.